Not to fear, little children. I will help.
Okie dokie, hello, how are you? Alright, I think we got everything going here. And hello, Sonia. Yes, I bet you are sore. It's going to be a little bit of a process for you, I understand. It is no fun, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to paint a heron. Alright, you might be able to see it down below here. Alright, but I sketched it out. It's a quick sketch. That beak might be a little too large. If so, I can correct that. Alright, I think it's a little large. So maybe I can shorten that bill up a little bit. I just get rid of this. Just scrub that out a little. No big deal. Tissue wipe that away a little bit. Stuff like this is easily corrected, so no big deal. Alright, you're not gonna really notice it once I paint it in there. Okay. I'll quickly sketch out a shorter bill for it, maybe right around in here. A little shorter bill. Maybe like that. Because the bill goes in and it comes up around in here like that. Alright, so we'll correct that. Alright. So it's basically a gray bird. Alright. And we'll block this whole thing in. And then we'll go right from there. Alright, I'll probably start from where the bill is. So I'll get some color relatively close to it. I get a little orange, a little dot of red. Maybe a smidge of white in there. So I can cover up some of that background. And we'll start from somewhere around in here. We'll just kind of cover that bill in a little bit there. And just really blocking in some color. We're going to go off. Obviously, we'll go over the bill and all of that while we're doing it. I'm just looking to where that nice little angle would be. It's somewhere around in there like that. All right. I do have it outlined in white just for me to know where things are. Like I say, we're going to go over this anyway, again and again, so no biggie. Everybody has certain approaches to doing them. All right. Usually I would sketch it and mask it off and then do all of this, but I decided on putting the heron in there a little late in the game. Okay. All right. I don't have black. I'm not going to use black. I'll just use brown and blue mix. Pop a little red in there too. Just get it fairly dark. Okay. And this will be probably the crown of his, part of the crown, up above where the eye would be. So it would kind of start around in here. Once again, just fleshing all of that out. It comes out here and it got this long tail there, which edge like that and fill it in real fast. Okay, it kind of goes out like that. All right, let us see what other bits of color he has. I guess I can work that out a little bit later. Staples and stitches. Oh yeah, you're going to be in a little bit of pain. Hope they give you some painkillers for that, or at least some mild ones to help take care of that. I'm going to gray out this blue a little bit. Okay, we'll keep it something like this for right now. Then I'll add a touch of white into that. Okay, that'll work. All right, and we'll start to block it in. And I really want to get the shape of the bird blocker in. Okay. As I'm staring at it, all of the highlights and all of that obviously comes a little bit later. Right now I'm just blocking in the general shape of the animal. And a little touch of white, a little more of a touch of white here. Because right now I can work on a little bit of values while I'm doing this, of where I want certain things to be. Where his eye will be. Okay. I'm just getting a little touches of white where, once again, it's all about like certain values and such. This may appear white, but it isn't. Okay. Let's turn that inward a little bit. Right there. All right. And we're going to go back into our brown. Back into a little bit of blue here. Get that grayish color going. Muscle axis, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got a few lurking around, which is cool. That's all right. Let's round this off, make it look pretty right in here. A little darker gray in this area anyway. And it kind of comes up around in here. All right. Okay. Then we're going to go with our little more white for that lighter gray. Barely use any water for this. I want the paint to dry rather quickly. Okay. Once again, it's all about just blocking things in. And I'm putting it on pretty thick to cover up that background. This is the general blocking in process. We'll fade that out there. Gonna come on in there like that. All right. Okay. As I'm checking things out, I keep looking at it Add a little brown in this. Brown it up a little bit. Just a gentle tonal change. Okay. I'm going to come up and around in here. Once again, just fleshing out the animal. And it gets blended in here a little bit. And we're doing really is different values of gray right now. And you'll be surprised where the white comes in on this, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And the curvature of the bird, also very important. And we're going to get to that in the detailing. All right. Let's get a little more white. We're going to brighten up this gray a little bit, mix it in pretty good here. When you get a little bit better, what other painting ideas do you have going on? Once you are well enough to hit the board again. I am using a 1/2 inch brush in case you're wondering. A little small for something like this, but I have it. I might as well work with it. So. We get that same hue of gray again. Touch of brown in there with that blue. This also makes a great cloud shadow color also, in case you're wondering. Any ideas from me? I have no clue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know, really. All right. A lot of those strokes I like, and I'll probably keep them in there. I just like the transitions and the flowing of the color. It's just a dry brush, so I'm just continuing with the flow. Because I like the way it looks. Okay. The tip of yonder bird, we're going to get a little more brown and blue. We're going to mix that in there. A slight touch of red in that. Get it as close to a soft black as you can. And we're going underneath here. Just like that, blackening all of that in. Nice little point down there. And right here on the tip, here's a nice little point here too. Just like that. All right. There's not much dark to him. Not much. There we go. Like that for him. Okay. I'm going to take another brush, a softer brush. We'll pounce some gentle shading in there with him. I'm going to get a little bit of this. mix some of that in there. We'll just kind of dabble some of that darkness in there. It's very gentle. Turn it around, pop a little bit more of that in there. And just go lighter and lighter. Wipe it away a little bit. Just blend it. And obviously this is part of his little wing, but it got a slight shade, like slight shadow in there. Okay. Right here where his neckline is. Nice little shadow in there. Bring it outward like that. Okay, very, very subtle stuff. Okay.
Do you know you cannot buy Microsoft 365 outright?
No, they put it in the program, but you can't.
No.
No, everything, all of that is checked.
Every goddamn year I'm paying for that freaking thing.
Oh no, no. Because what they do is if you click on the button, right? If you click on the button, they give you that whatever time free, but then they don't tell you when it starts to charge until you go and look at it. I'm live right now, so. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get Microsoft Office or anything free anymore.
But if, well.
And the older version is not
compatible. Yeah, I know. So are you gonna, well, you're gonna have to keep it.
Yeah, I got to keep it.
Yeah, that's what they do. They've changed their old ways. We only got 3 inches of snow. Oh yeah. She's not as computer literate as I am, so when things like that happen, it catches her by surprise. So I had to explain to her how we average Americans get conned every single day by the big corporations. So, no, we only got 3 inches of snow. It came last night. It was that wet snow, so. But right now, we may have a few more flurries. Then after the flurries, all of that's more or less done. By the time when the eclipse come on Monday, it'll be 55 degrees. Then the temperature starts going up from there. Oh yeah, I have no doubt you guys had 4 days of rain because we had overcast skies. So, I mean, we didn't have Shangri-La here, if that's what you're wondering. Yeah, we didn't have that at all. No go. All right, his legs got this kind of red-orange thing happening. So, get a bit of white there. And we'll start to pop a little bit of that in there. Oh, actually, this leg is in front of, so we're going to pop that in there like that. And once again, just blocking in that lovely color. Just block it in. You'll work on the details later. Block in your animal. This can go for a moose, bobcat, the family pet, whatever. What I'm showing you is a technique. All right. How you apply the technique is really up to you. And once again, I'm just, blocking this guy in, so. And the same thing with this fella here. Get his little knobby knee and go straight down. Animals, when you sketch them out like this, they have a tendency to grow a little bit because you're trying to get to that outline. All right. Okay. Much like so. Yeah, if it depends on elevation and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got doused with a foot. Because we had that last week. Yeah, we got inundated with um, that stuff. We got beat down pretty good with it. All right, I'm just doing a little bit of where the shine is, where the brightness is on yonder bird. Okay. He has a line of light right around him. Oh, like a thin line right around in here. A little bit of something here. And he's got a line here. All right. Okay. We're going to go into our yellow. A little yellow. I'm going to beef it up with a touch of white here. Underneath his bill, he's got that nice brightness right in here. And once again, I'm just filling in this stuff with a little bit of the detail, a little bit of love in here. It's actually brighter than that. Especially around the front here. Once again, I'm just building up tones more than anything. Okay, something like so. Now, the way my light is situated here, and it's kind of bright around in this area. All right. When did I start this painting? I did it. I did it the day before yesterday. It was just the background, and then today, this is just a bird. None of this stuff. It's all the animal. So day before yesterday, I did the background. Then today, I'll just sketch out the bird, do the bird, and that's that. So, all right, let us continue to play. We're gonna start to build up. Oh, we'll build up the head and neck area. I'm gonna take a little Mr. Softy brush here. You guys see it right here, that little softy guy right there. Okay, and we'll start putting in some of the brighter tones. A little bit of white. Put it in where this gray is. If I got some loose gray going around in here. Lighter and lighter gray, basically. It's going to appear to be white anyway. Probably. And we're going to gently pop in some of the highlights. These highlights are going to get brighter and brighter as we move along. And I'm just going to do some slight little pouncy things here, just to keep it fairly soft and a little kind of on the light side here for it. As I'm checking things out, come here, add a slight little line right in here. All right, up here up top, let's get a little more white in that gray. Once again, it's just lighter gray. And really accenting the curve of his neck here. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at what's going down, up around in here. All up in here. I don't want to take too much of the shadow away from him. Fade it in just a little bit. I gotta be careful. Don't want to wipe away a lot of that underneath stuff. And in case you do, you just go back over it with a little stronger color. Just gently cover that up a little. Almost like a dry brush. Especially up around in here, where his loose feathers are. I'm just looking where they are here. Okay, all right. All right, let's take a flat brush. I'll take this little fella right here, this little teeny tiny guy. And we're gonna start, once again, I'm gonna start around the head areas. So we're gonna start putting in nice little fine details. Well, we'll put it right in here. We're gonna make this a little solid in here. It gets a little rougher toward the bottom, but all around in here, I'm looking right now and see where I'm going with it, how far I have to go up with the bright color. Right around in here. I see where it's going now. It's going to come down to a nice narrow point. Right in this area. What you're doing is getting general shapes. All right. As I'm still looking at the bird there, it kind of comes around like that. Toward the bottom here, he's got little separating hairs up around in here. Okay, going a couple of different directions there. And these little hairs go down his little chinny chin chin. No, don't try to go for super photorealism if that's not what you're looking for. But if you get the general look of the guy, all right, then you're going to be all right. You will be fine. Okay, we're going to still continue with this bright, it's the white color here. Or kind of off-white because I got it mixed in with a little bit of that gray. But that's okay. That's all right. Come right in here where his little crown is. Right in here. Got a little bit of curve going on. It's fairly bright. And it tapers off to a nice thin line. Just like that. Okay. All right. We got some more of that bright color up to where his eye would be, which is approximately around in that area. He's got that patch of white there. More little chops. Smooth it out up here. as I'm looking at it. Right in here, a little soft. Real soft, kind of blended in there. Like so. All right. Is this for someone? No, it isn't. Believe it or not, it's just me. Just painting. No, it's not. It's not a commission or anything. Just me painting. Yeah, I figured people got tired of me doing those little patchwork looking paint things, so decided to kind of go back to something a little more quote unquote normal-ish. Like that. All right. We have, as I'm looking at it here, we're going to get a little bit of brown gray. So we're going to come here, get some brown, a little touch of blue. All right. A little more brown than that, though. Yeah, this gray for the bird has a little more brown in it. Okay. And up around in this area, right underneath him, right up in here, yes, got this tinge of brown in there, or brown gray, right up in here. Play around with it a little bit. What you do is when you get the bulk of color around the edges, that's when you start fading things out. All around the edges in there. It's not all the way down, so just like that. All right. He's got a little bit of that going on right back in here. Don't be so super. I mean, that's your thing. About like trying to get it super picture perfect. If you get the general likeness and the shapes and the shadings down, that's pretty much more than half your battle. Okay. Now he has a little bit of that love down in here. All right. Right in here like this. Okay. It's a little bit lighter underneath. So up underneath here, little lighter. Okay. Something like that. All right. Let's get a slight touch of brown. We're gonna brown that back out again. Not as much. And we're going to go maybe somewhere around in this area here. And this is just general shading right now. Where his wings start to, you're gonna start seeing separate little lines for wings and stuff. And we're gonna get to how you shape this out. Where you make the thing look round. Here, maybe a little love right around in here. Blend that out. Now remember, if it appears to be bright, give it a chance to dry to flatten out. All right. All right. A lot of this in general is almost done, believe it or not, as far as shading and tones are concerned. The rest is like certain feathers and things of that nature. Once again, just blending, circular motion, just blend it out. But you blend it in a way where you don't blend too hard to where you start scraping off paint and such. All right. Bad look. Don't do that. Normal is overrated. All right. As I'm looking at it, and looking at it, and looking at it, I guess I can take I'll tease a little bit of the brown and the blue. We'll put it in there quick. It depends on what type of blue. I have a very dark blue to begin with. Okay. And I'm going to pop in semblance of little feather things in there. Just like that. Okay. You really don't have to add too much more to it. Just a little bit on the tail end in here. Okay. Really not that much. I'm going to take some of this color and put it right here behind him. I'll curve in like that. It's just a little bit of the color of the hydrangeas back there. Just like this. I'm going to come around. I'm going to get it thick here and then very soften it up there. Just like that. Not such hard lines. You got a short window to do this. Okay. A little bit in here. All those fine little quirky details. All right. Let's go into our white. Slight touch of blue in there. There is a tail feather here. All right. Right in here. All righty. And we're going to come with some of that right in here. A little plain in there. That's it, like so. And then we're going to pop one here, just like so. All right. Now the other part of the bird, the tail feathers, they're a little grayish. So we're adding a little bit of brown in that white. And we're going to come, well, let's add such a small touch of blue in there. That's too much blue. More brown. Mix it in there. More brown. There we go. And a slight touch of white in that. We're going to come out here. Just like that. A lot of care going into the details of your wildlife. Try to get it as close as possible, especially if you have someone that's very familiar with what they look like. All right, so animals, like anything else, you just have to get accustomed to it. Think of it in certain shapes. Okay, definitely in shapes. Okay, definitely in shapes. And we're going for some of the stronger highlights here. Like so. In here. And a little bit here. We got one in here. All right. And you let that flatten out a little bit, all right? Okay, let's take some of this nice pretty orangey yellow. And you're gonna brighten up that beak a little bit. We need more white. Okay. The top part of his bill got a little bit of brown and red in it. Just like that. Much like so. She'll slowly come together. All right. So don't be worried about anything. You just handle it a bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Okay. And that's all you do. All right. Okay, let's go toward some of the feathers. I'm gonna go into some white. I dab some blue in there. I'm gonna just use this same tiny filbert brush here. And this is where you go with the curvature of the bird itself. You can be doing a lot of this. I'll get just the tiniest bit of water just to loosen up the paint. These are single feathers. And they pretty much go in this direction. There's quite a few of them. They kind of intersect and across like so. Remember, these are kind of, it's a grayish white. Okay. Put this right here. I'm going to go with a script liner brush. This ought to be interesting. Put it right in here. Hope I didn't this is a brand new script liner, and I hope I didn't massacre this thing before I even used it. I'll find out right now. Actually, it has to be brighter than this. This is not bright enough. Very nice though. Has to be brighter. Much brighter. So let's get a little bit of white here, and we'll just put it right here. And get plenty of water. This is a very thin brush, obviously. And I'll show you how long that tip is there. See that? Very long. All right. And gotta start curving it around there. Don't be scared. You gotta put it in there. Many of them. And that type of curve that you're looking at, continue that curve. You got something going right past his leg there. All right. And with a brush like this, try to take good care of it as best you can. I know I'll be coming back to this brush. Trying to put it back in this plastic tube is a pain. We'll be coming back to that guy. Okay, I'll take this brush. We're gonna go back into our brown, our blue, a little touch of red. We're gonna only use the edge of this brush right here, and you're gonna go in reverse. Curve. See that? Like that. So it makes it look like feathers. Yeah. Okay. So what you're doing is you're basically painting this stuff in reverse. We're gonna darken this guy's feathers out right here. You can use some of this deep gray color to your advantage also, because you can make them little separations of the wings. Okay, now you might not be able to see that, but you know, you would once you kind of get up close to it. We're gonna slightly brush some of those feathers down here a little bit. Not really super sharp edges or anything here. They're all, you know, little feathers there. All right. Okay. As I'm looking at it here, I'm going to add a little touch of that dark, just where it's just barely noticeable, but it's right up on the edge there. Just like that, just a little bit. Okay. As I'm checking it out, I think I want to dry brush some of that darkness right here. Now that's a little much, but that's all right. It can be removed. It's okay. And I'll show you how to do that if you end up doing something like that. If you end up doing something like that, hashtag don't panic. It's okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Very simple. Plain water, the brush, and you wipe it away. And you keep at it. See, it goes away. You got a little window to do it. There. See that? All good now. All right. So don't freak out. Hello, Mo. How are you? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Yes, indeed. Okay, as I'm looking and looking and looking and looking. Okay, we can start have a little fun with the feathers here. I'll take the script lighter, and we'll play with some of the feathers. Now here's where you get the roundness of the animal itself. We'll come in here in this light gray white here. Okay, I'm pulling the brush toward me. All right. Okay. Hope I don't have to do a brushectomy with this brush. It looks like I might have to. Anyway. Okay. So, let's do one. It's going to come this way, go long, and it's going to make a nice turn. Long. And it's going to turn. Boom. And each one of these gets shorter and shorter. And we're going to do a turn. From up top, they get shorter and shorter. Very thin line, you make that turn. And just keep going with it. Make that turn. Come out, turn it. All right. As you get towards make that turn there. As you get towards the center of the wing, it goes a different way. You can have one here, like that. Then it comes out here, turns. You got another one out here, turns. And then you're going to start to see them cross in that direction. But they get smaller and smaller. All right. Much like that. And believe it or not, you leave it be. All right. I'll put one. Turn it right there like that. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one, wrong window. Hanging in there, Mo. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, we gotta keep Sonya grounded there. She's we're gonna keep her safe. We have an injured puppy. We have to watch over her a little bit. Okay. Now this heron got all sorts of they almost look like quills. They're not, but they're pretty close. All right. I'm looking for my other. I don't know if I have it here or not. I'm looking for my other highlighter or script lighter, rather. Script lighter. I'm looking, and I don't see it. And if I don't see it, I guess I'll have to improvise because I don't see it at all. Looks like I'm gonna have to improvise. All right, no problem. I don't want to use the 1/2 inch though. Let's use. I don't want to use this either. Let's see what it does. I might not like it. We'll give it a shot. At least I can just attempt it with this. And this is a liner brush. And these feather-like quills are all over the bird. Oh, I can just imagine Sonya. Okay, we're gonna start from here, right from where the somewhat the base of the neck is. Okay. Tip of the brush, like this. You're gonna need a lot of white paint and water mix. Okay. And then they start poking out like that. So thick. This is why I would prefer a script liner, but that's okay. So we're just going to use a lot of white paint and water. This is basically what you do. And it follows, believe it or not, the curvature of the neck of this fellow. And yeah, they look pretty much like this. And a lot of them. So as I'm looking at the bird itself, they start in different points. Some of them cross each other. And some of them are quite long, going out there like that. Some of them are very long. They're really going out there. That one can be thinned out a little bit. We'll thin him out a little bit. And when I thin him out, I just take a little bit of water. touch of tissue, make that disappear. See that? So you can thin that out. That's why a script liner would be much better for this. But it's okay. We're gonna make this guy work. And he has quite a few coming this way, almost like a porcupine quills. And he has a bunch. All right. I tried with this thing. I like my my script liner. I want to bring my script liner back. I think I put my other script liners in my tote, and it's in storage. When I did my class, I had to use some of those script liners, and I bought more of them, and yeah, they're gone, or not. They're not gone, but they're in storage. And we're going following the neckline essentially. And once again, there's quite a bit of these, a lot of them. It's all been here. A lot of water and white paint. And twirl the brush around. There is a lot of these crisscrossing and coming downward. And there's some here. Just like that, and it curves. It's quite a bird. Hey, Hillbilly, how are you? It's good to see you, Carolina. Seen a few of your videos. Interesting how you guys deal with those snakes. I know you got quite a time difference over there, but it's good to see you. The house looks pretty cool too. And yes, you have some coming down and curling around like that. It comes by the leg also. had established the neck pattern here, and it flows around like that. Let's get some more white. Like so. As I'm looking at it, guess I can circle in his eye and see, do I have enough of the dark? No, I do not. So let's create some blue in there. Let's put some brown in that. A little touch of red in there. Twirl it around. We're gonna get Penny's eyeball in. And you have Arlene. Okay. And we're going to sketch in the bird's eye. I might make his eye a little larger just to be seen, because nobody really sees a painting from 7 inches away. Be very careful. And then I'm going to extend the ring of the eye. Try to get it as round as possible. Let's get a little bit of yellow, a little touch of orange, and I'll get some white in there. I'm twirling this brush around. And we're going to color in the eyeball part here. Yeah. Turn my brush around. I got a little more color there. I'm actually holding the brush the wrong way. If I do it the way I'm supposed to do it, you guys won't see it. So, okay. I'm going to take a touch of white here. And we're going to play around with, make it a little bit brighter somewhere around in here. Just a little bit. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm destroying some of the black part of it, but that's okay. And then I'll just tease a little bit of that. We'll tease a little orange right in here. All right. Then I'll get some of this yellow. We'll pop some of that yellow back in there. So we'll mix that up together with that white. We're going to reshape that black part anyway, so it's okay. All right. Well, Carolina, this region of New York State, we had a foot of snow a couple days ago. Then it got up to 65, melted it all away, and now well, at least this region of New York, we got 3 inches, but the outskirts, they were welcomed to yet another foot of snow. You gotta love New York State. And we had hail and rain and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, I guess Mother Nature's saying, yeah, you're not done with me yet. But after the solar eclipse thing, it's gonna go back up into the high 50s and 60s. So I guess this was the last hurrah for winter. I guess. I hope. We'll see, I guess. Let's get a little bit of blue. Let's get a little bit of brown. We're gonna get another touch of red in there. I'll put the iris in. Turn the brush around. We're gonna get a little bit more of that. Now the paint that I'm painting on top of very loose paint, so my paint's gonna be a little thicker here for the eye. Because obviously it's mixing in with the lighter colors. So I'll just tap that color on there. And I may come back to it once it dries and tacks up a little bit. Okay. Let's go with a touch of white in this funky color, just like that, and we'll put it right around here somewhere. Because he's got this light bluish, or a little darker than light blue. We'll darken it up a little bit. And so it's this weird patch of color right by his eye, right in here. It's like a weird wedge of light blue right in there. And we're going to put it right in there too. I don't do too many animals because it's not really my thing, but sometimes I will challenge myself, more or less. Yeah, snow. Ugh. Tell you when I'm over that stuff, man, I'm over it. And I am so over it. Technically our winter wasn't really that bad. You know. We should have gotten a whole heck of a lot more snow than we did, to be honest with you, but it just didn't happen. So, you know, we should have gotten a lot more. It just didn't happen that way, so thank God for small favors, I suppose. All right. Right in there. Okay. Let's play with, let's see, see if we got some more of that. A little more brown. Get some brown and blue back in there. Put that red back in. Deepen it. Alright. This should work. We're going to go up top here. Not really much to do with this, but just to make it a little stronger. I got another one hanging around like that for him. Let's darken some of these little curly cues he's got here. Okay. All right. Go in between some of these feathers here. It's almost like painting in reverse a little bit. Okay. Just like that. Okay. We're going to make a quick glaze here with a little bit of brown. Get some water in there. Loosen that up a little bit. Slightest little touch of blue. Grate it up just a micro bit. All right. Come up around here. Just a little bit of that in there. Just a little dot of brown. Just a little touch of water. Slight touch of blue. Take a little bit of that, and we're going to very lightly get some brighter white in there. Just like that. Okay. Reading a few of your comments. Little bits of white just to get some highlights in there for his legs. Sometimes it's just seems like I got booted for a second. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but that's what it seemed like. What happened? I heard the sound. So I don't know. Guess you guys will let me know. Okay. We can get rid of this for 1 minute. Okay. Once again, there's a lot of light showing over here on this side. All right. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of glazing and some depth in the background. So we're going to take a touch of blue and we'll put it right in here. A little bit of brown. All right. A little more brown. All right. This could do. And we're going to get a lot of water. Put it right here by my coffee. All right. You guys see? Oh, no, you guys can't see that. Very watery, very watery. We're going to come in. I got a tissue here. And we'll kind of throw some of this love in there like this. Oops. We'll blot it out a little bit. It's going to dry and deepen and darken. Okay. Like I say, we'll blot little bits and pieces there so it doesn't really run like straight downward. But it's just going to add a little shadow, shadow texture here and there. It kind of tones some stuff down. And it will dry, obviously. Okay. It'll help highlight the bird a little bit by putting some of that in there. The good thing about it is that you can use the same color for all of the different colors, even for the shading of the roses a little bit. I can have these come a little darker, so it will show the bird off a little bit more. If I did something a little along those lines. We can even, once again, bring out some of the roses by adding some of that dark in there. Oh yeah, he is a little bit of a peeved looking animal. Right in here, we'll shadow some of those leaves, just like that. All right, take some of this color. This is when you glaze, it's very, very tolerant. As you can see, you can use the same color because it's gonna the way colors mix and match with each other. Okay, if it's blue, it's gonna turn more blue, but if it's the antithesis of blue, it's gonna be even darker. It's gonna hide stuff more. And if you're using a color that's kind of related, like blue and the green, you know, it just either turns more green or more blue. But once again, there's I got that bright light shining over here, so you guys might not see too much of that. Okay. Once again, if it's still too heavy-handed, I can always blot it out. No big deal. And we're just about almost finished here. It's so we can add the shadows pretty much wherever. Oh, give him a little shadow in here. Make him come out there like that. When you add these, you don't have to make these tones so blatant. Also. Now when I'm around the yellow and the oranges with this blue, I have to be careful because, you know, it will just turn green on you. I really don't want it to be that much green in that. All right. I can bring him back a little bit, just color him in there. So if I want stuff to be subdued, that's not too difficult to do. If I want the plants a little more in the shadow and the bird out in front, just glaze that darker color. and it will bring the bird out in front more. Okay. As we're nearing the end of this, in between his little bony bird legs, we can darken that. See? Just to make it stand out. And it's in the background anyway, so it's all right. All right, and all right. As I'm looking at her, okay. Oh, it's fun to do, Mo. It is. It's great. Let's see. Do I have any more white? Okay. Let's put this guy away. Let's go to coffee break. It's probably cold. It's time to cheat. We just take a little Sharpie and we'll really just darken that eye. That's called being lazy. Actually, it's called I want to be done with this. That's what it's called. Be honest with you. Okay. There we go. Oh, thank you, Mo. And yes, she's a Dunkin' addict. She refuses to go to the Dunkin' equivalent to the AAA meeting or the AA meeting. As I'm looking at it and looking still, I guess we can pretty much call this a done deal. Can't stand it when I buy brushes, and I guess they must have heard my reputation and they start falling apart immediately. So you these flowers or petals. I'm just gonna get a little bit of yellow and white. Excuse me. I know you guys don't see me working this stuff here. All right, and we're just gonna come here and brightness to some of these fellas here. Probably a little more white than anything. Just to brighten a few of these. Yeah, you know, just to have a few of these come out front. A few. And I'll most likely resin this painting. Thanks to Mo, yes, I resin quite a few of my paintings now. Because of those beautiful the coffee holders that you sent me. And I'm looking at them right now. They're right here by me. I keep them to where I know curious animals won't try to jump on them or eat them. So they stick around by me here. They're around in my my screen. And I do appreciate them. I still got Sonia's painting hanging on my wall. I got Josuina's painting of Bixby. I knew I was going to get that. Yep. But Bixby's on my wall. Diana, hers is on my wall. Just a good friend of mine, he passed away. Suddenly passed away. His name was Ben Stivers. I got some of his on the wall. Also, I believe I got one of Bruce's on the wall too. But as you see, I'm just highlighting a few things here and there. For the yellow hydrangeas there. One, it helps me fill it up, and secondly, it also assists me in getting rid of some of this paint. I got plenty of this paint. I really don't want to waste the paint. Well, they're beautiful, Mo. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the couple that comes on. I think they alternate with Mooseberry. Is that his name? Are they still doing it? It's Mooseberry, right? I still go in there, peek in on Gretchen from time to time. Yes. I see. Sonia's humor is still there. I like raisins. I can see right now we're going to be kicked out of the park. All right, I'll stop messing with this thing. I think we're done here. To be honest with you, we're done. All right, it will be a totally different animal once I resin this guy. I'll let it dry tonight, and then I'll resin it tomorrow. I guess I should throw my name in there somewhere. I do appreciate you guys watching. I know I'm not on as regularly as I used to be. I really need to hold this brush. This is almost like a car detailing brush. So you pretty much have to almost hold it upright. I have paint markers that can easily do this, but I continue to do it with the brush. It's just something I'm used to. I'm just used to doing it with the brush. There we go. It's a weak looking too. Let's strengthen that too a little bit there. There we go. All right. Now I'll leave it alone. Hey, Sugar Plum. Hello. How are you? It's good to see you. I enjoyed your comment. Thank you very much, Sugar Plum. Okay. I don't know if I will do anything with the border. If somebody ever wants it, they'll just frame it anyway. But I am going to resin this painting. And I don't know what I'll start with next. And since you guys are here, and this is like the last teeny tiny bit, I'm going to paint over this one because I taught it for the class. And let's see, do I got enough hook for this to stay still? We'll see. This is the one that we've painted in the painting class. I think you guys remember that fellow. All right, like I said, that light up above is blinding. Blinding all of that, but yeah, you guys remember that guy. So I'm going to, when I did the painting class, this is what they chose, and they're nuts. But this is this is what the guy chose. Yeah, I don't know why he wanted something so complex, but they did it. They knocked it out of the park, and their paintings are absolutely gorgeous, beautifully done. And it was the very first time for a lot of them. So, but yeah, this is the one that we did. So I did this one in front of the class, and I'm thinking of either giving it away or just painting over the thing. So I don't know. I'm deciding right now what I should do with this. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with this. I was really thinking of painting over it. Oh, and the original, which was only 12 by 16. So that one I gave away. I raffled it off. So, but anyway, that's the one for the class project. They want me to do a floral next, and I think we're gonna have fun with that one. So, oh yeah, it was a challenge. The key word for the day was trust me, and they took to that really really good. So yeah, so yeah. But yeah, me painting the heron here, it was just out of the blue, just to do it, So I will give it a and yes, the bird actually looks like that. I try to pick something really unusual, something a little different as in posture or whatever, instead of a straight on shot or complete, side shot. I got this odd pose to which I love. So I'm overdue for a landscape. Yes, you're right. The regular normal landscape, yeah. Yeah, I could probably work on something like that. So we'll see. All right, everybody. I think I've troubled you enough. Get better, Miss Sonia, Sugar Plum, and Mo. It's so good to see you guys. Anthony say gooseberry. Isn't it gooseberry? I know they alternate each weekend, but I can't think of his name. I know it has something with a goose or a berry. You're talking about Frankenberry. Go to sleep, Sonia. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, you're at the end. Okay, sugar plum. Okay, guys. When Sonia comes on, I'm gonna irritate her and her people. Crunchberry. Damn it, that's it. Crunchberry. Thank you. Don't you tell them I said gooseberry. Crunchberry. That's right. I knew they come on Sundays, I believe. But once my time permits, because I'm also a musician and I'm traveling back and forth, so it wears me out a little bit. So yeah, Larry and Angie, that's right. Yes, mooseberry, blueberry. What did I call them? Gooseberry? Oh Lord. Well, I'm pretty sure they'll hear that before I turn this thing off. Larry and Angie, that's right. Okay, all right. But I will be there to spy on you guys when you do your pours and whatnot. You know, I'll pop in. I say hello to Moosey from time to time. So, but all right, guys, behave, and I shall see you when I see you. All right, all right. No, not blueberry. Go to bed. Go to bed, Sonia.